Hey guys, Sleeping Angel here. Okay, so I was actually requested to do a couple of different tutorials for two of my studio members. One of them was a overlay that I did for my Timeless Memory BBT round 3. And that was actually requested to me by Ang12 and 12Ang45. Let's see if I can find an example real quick without the volume. So see this blue right here in the background? She wanted to know how I did this. So we're going to show you how to do that. And also from my friend kcnyri, she asked how I did a 3D motion picture, which is in my Beyond Reflection typography met part. Which is right here. She wanted to know how I did like this, and how I got it to reflect and do the 3D motion, and I'm going to show you how to do that in this video as well. So for the first one, we're going to go with the overlay. Go ahead and I will have a link to this background that was given to me by the Beyond Reflection Studio leader in the description. And you're going to put that in your timeline. You're going to open a new video track, go into your media generator, linear black to transparent. Put that over the background and move it all the way to the back right here. Now that makes it look kind of like this. This kind of looks like bleh and yucky, so take the black number and move it all the way down. You can move this number as far away or as close as you want it. Just make sure that they're both in opposite corners. And then go ahead and click whatever kind of color you want. We don't want that like that, we want that like that. And make sure that you have the color one selected. And go ahead and click whatever color you want. Like I want this green for now. Go ahead and go into your video effects, black and white, and put black and white on the background. Now that makes it kind of look like this. There we go. Now, you're going to go into File and Render As and name it whatever you want. Render it as whatever type you want in whatever folder you want. Just make sure you can find it. Now I'm not going to render this one because I already have one rendered. So I'm going to delete this and delete that. And I'm going to go to my folder, video. There we go. Overlay. And then you can, you can just put it over whatever kind of clip you want. I'm going to kind of use her clip for now. Just so she can see an example of what it looked like. You're going to pull it all the way out, and then you're going to hold Control and then drag it back in. That'll make the these lines move like more frequently across the page. Then you're going to go into your compositing mode and click Overlay. Duplicate the overlay track. Set this one to source alpha. Now I know this doesn't make sense now, but it's going to make sense in a second here, so just bear with me. Put it underneath the part track, and then you're going to go into your video effects. See, this is really dark, and that might be, good for some videos that are going with a dark kind of feeling, but we don't want that. We don't want it this dark. So we're going to go into brightness and contrast. We should click brighter. Just brighter. No brighter, more contrast, brighter, less. No, just brighter. Move that onto the actual clip and up the brightness. Voila! Yay! We have the clip. And you're also going to want it black and white because the only color you really want is this blue overlay. Now the reason why we have this blue underneath is so that when it fades out, instead of going straight to black, it'll go to the blue. So here we go. Blue! Yay! And at any point in time you can always take off the brightness, don't worry about it. So without further ado, we'll move on to the next thing, which is the 3D. Sometimes when I do 3D, I like to put a background in the back because it looks so awkward to me if there's not a background. Some people don't do backgrounds, some people don't like to do backgrounds. It's perfectly fine, to each their own. I chose to do dance party. Go ahead and get to the spot of the clip that you want to get to. I want this part right here. Okay. And go into maintain aspect ratio. No. There we go. Now go into, this is very important, your compositing mode, select 3D source alpha. If you do not select 3D source alpha, this will not work, so it's very important that you select this. Then go into your track motion and click on the keyframe right here, which puts you at the beginning of the clip. The good thing about track motion is wherever you click is wherever this thing's going to move, so you'll know exactly where it is on the timeline. This controls this entire track, so make sure that you're conscious of your keyframes on this. Go ahead and hook onto the bottom left-hand corner, whatever corner you want, and zoom in. If you try to zoom out, the picture will get bigger, and we don't want the picture to get bigger. We want it to be smaller. So, there you go. Now, zoom in on this, and go ahead and start messing around with your, 3D rotation. Dang it, man. I hate it when it doesn't want to work with me here. There we go. Okay, so you basically move it until you get it to this point. Now what I want to do is I'm going to move it this way till it's right about there. Okay. And then I'm going to put another track right about, say, here in the middle. Another keyframe. Oh, dang, man, it just does not want to work with me today. There we go. Okay. And then move that to right there. And then by the end of the clip, I'm going to want this to be here. Restore the box, which basically means picture back to full screen. And to do the reflection, you're going to duplicate the track, and you're going to mess with this bottom. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put a cookie cutter on this bottom one. You're going to want this, you're going to want full X, and you're going to want it to be really feathered. We'll put it at 40 for now. You're going to go in here, right click, flip it vertically, and then we're going to move the reflection so that it's down here. Now, go back into your event effects and go ahead and move this wherever you think that it's going to be good. I think right about here is going to be good. And you kind of mess around with it until you get the exact location that you want it to be. Unless it doesn't want to work with you and it wants to be not fun. There we go. And then you're going to lower the opacity, because that way it'll look like an actual reflection, not just a, oh look, a second picture, So then we're going to go over here and we're going to again flip this vertically and just keep moving them into position along the along your axis. And this one's always the hard one. You kind of have to guess it, I guess. Like right about there, I would think. And voila! You have the most beautiful mother of reflection! Yay! And it actually looks pretty good, and a lot of people say that this is hard, and it's not that it's hard, it's just, it's time consuming, and a lot of people don't like to do time consuming things. But yeah, that's my 3D reflection and the overlay, and I hope this helps you in your future editing.